It's Ketchup Packets.
Hey everybody, I'm Nate.
I'm Sean.
And this is Ketchup Packets. Today we're watching episode 10 of Firefly, called War Stories.
War Stories, that's right.
We've already seen a few of those.
We have.
A couple
and
War Stories.
Yeah. We have a rare occasion where it's relatively clear what the title of an episode could mean going in, you know, given the context we have for this show already.
Well, it could be a couple different things. Like, we could be going back in time to, like, hear a war story from, you know, from Mal's past or something like that. We could be going around the circle telling stories that give more character development for each of the characters. Or we could be starting a new war.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
And that would add to the disappointment so late in the series when it's just going to get cut off, wouldn't it? But I'm not going to tell you you're wrong there. Yeah, it's a good title. What's going on Firefly? What do you like about the dynamic between all the characters? Anything happened last time?
Let's see.
Jane maybe tried to sell Simon and River.
That's right, yeah. I would have just kicked him out the airlock, but...
He bought his way back on at the last minute
did.
by caring about his reputation even in death.
Right. By saying, don't embarrass me, almost. Which is a weird reason to... I don't know.
I mean, because he was going to be dead, he can't actually be embarrassed, so it was more that he didn't want... You know, I don't know. Yeah, it's an interesting reason for Mal to let him back in, but... You want to keep the character around from a writing perspective, you know? So.
Seems like a low bar to set, but whatever, it's Jane. We'll let it pass. It all worked out in the end, I guess.
It did, and Jane is the scoundrel you love to hate, but I do feel like maybe the most in-character thing for Malcolm Reynolds to do in that scene is to kill Jane.
Yep. You know? Yeah, exactly.
So, just as ruthless as he's shown to be.
That could have turned out really, really bad.
But I think there is an element of Jane also has that special gold star next to his name of member of the crew, you know?
Yep.
Like, that gets you a lot of leeway, as much as it gets River leeway for cutting Jane across the chest with a big knife. It gets Jane leeway for being tempted by a bounty in response to that. It's not as though he did this out of the blue because I've decided I'm going to make some money. He was wronged specifically.
I still think he probably would have done it.
He might have, but it's, my point is there's other context that Mal is, forgiveness of the in-group, I think, is part of Mal's core values as well. And Jane, for better or worse, is a member of the in-group.
Yeah, so they've done a really good job of slowly building the connection between these characters and clarifying it to us. I mean, obviously, they all had a connection before the events of the show kind of started.
Right.
You know? But you get very endeared to these people.
How they're a found family with each other.
Exactly.
You know? Well, should we see what the war stories are all about then?
Yeah, let's do it. We have a Patreon. You can check it out in the link below. There's full-length reactions over there. They're ahead of the YouTube series, so you can watch our videos before they come out on YouTube. Participate in polls, or at the very high level, tell us what you want us to watch, and then we'll watch it.
Yes.
Yeah. So give that a try if you want. Otherwise, let's watch Firefly.
Did you ever read the works of Shan Yu?
Shan Yu, the psychotic dictator?
Yeah.
Yep.
He said, live with a man 40 years, then tie him up and hold him over the volcano's edge. And on that day, you will finally meet the man.
What if you don't live near a volcano?
Huh. That's silly.
Sadistic crap legitimized by florid prose.
It's a good response, yeah.
I'm just wondering if they put her through this just to see how much she could take. To truly meet her, as Shan Yu would have said.
It's a little insensitive,
The more I
but
see, the more
could
I
be
think
true.
The purpose was very specific. And look at this. The pattern.
I see what you mean, but I think Simon right now is engaged in trying to study this and learn about it, so I don't think throwing ideas out is necessarily bad for him.
Right, yeah.
Got your next heist plan?
No. But I'm thinking about growing a big black mustache. I'm a traditionalist.
Oh, wow.
What? I didn't understand that reference.
Like a villain has a big black mustache.
Sure, yeah.
He's planned the heist, so now he's a villain.
Shit. Oh, yeah.
Mr. Adeline Niska.
Malcolm Reynolds shipment. Oh, this is exciting news.
Oh, shit.
Are you familiar with the works of Shang Yu?
Interesting. Wonder if they were having those conversations at the exact same time.
Maybe.
She took my apple.
Jane bought a crate of them.
And this one's mine. Not anymore.
She's acting more normally, seemingly.
Maybe Simon's been able to help her with the research he did.
Yeah.
No power in the verse can stop me.
I can get used to being rich.
It's Jane being so generous with his cut that confuses and frightens me.
Oh.
I freeze the blood.
Yeah, now he's trying
How
to
come you always cut your apple?
butter him up.
You know what a Griswold is?
It's a grenade.
About the size of a battery. Responds to pressure. Our platoon was stuck in a trench outside of New Casimir during the winter campaign. More than a week. No ammo to speak of. No orders. So what are you gonna do?
Would be
He mentioned that we were out of rations.
Strange.
And 10 minutes later, a bunch of apples rained into the trench.
Blew off their heads, huh?
Just little pops, and there's 3 guys that kind of just ended the ribcage.
But these apples are healthy.
Oh.
Good. We are about 20,000 miles from our last drop, people. Then we can take a break and start thinking about spending some of this money.
Only 20,000 miles. How fast do you think they move?
I'm not sure. Pretty fast in outer space.
Yeah.
Call the local MDs. Better prices, and we know the drugs get to the right people.
Captain thinks it'll get back to someone. It just caused trouble.
Whoa, dude.
Kiku, was I ever not asking what the captain thought?
Well, I tend to
Seems really
agree
pissed
with
off.
Yeah.
Do or have to?
I thought.
Then tell me. I am a large, semi-muscular man. I can...
Right. Because what this marriage needs is one more shouting match.
No, what this marriage needs is one less husband.
Oh.
And now it's kind of crowded.
I think he's saying that Mal's acting as one. As
Yeah.
well. But it can definitely come off as him saying he wants out of the marriage.
Yes, it does.
We just have to find the right treatment for you. How you feel now?
He's tweaking it, but he's working on it.
Chaos.
But you felt okay this morning?
Play with Kaylee.
Yeah.
I hate the bits. The bits that stay down when I work. I function like I'm a girl. I hate it because I know it'll go away.
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
Chaos has come again. It's fluid. What am I?
You are my beautiful sister.
I threw up on your bed.
Definitely my sister.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
It was sad how she said she hates her moments of lucidity because she knows they're going to go away. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
We're all clear here, counselor.
Yeah, that wasn't him.
Yeah. Maybe there's another reason for the discretion.
Yeah.
We look so glamorous together.
I'll be in my bunk.
Jane.
That's a very quoted line from this show.
I can't even... I can.
I'll get it set. Would you wash? We gotta get moving.
Here's a funny twist. No.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
I can't stand the thought of something happening that might cause you two to come back with another thrilling tale of bonding and adventure. I just can't take that right now.
Okay. I'm lost.
I was like, what's going on?
I'm angry, and I'm armed. So, we need to work out.
We promise not to stop for beers with the fellas. So, are we gonna sing army songs or something?
Mal's tolerating this insubordination remarkably well.
Yeah.
He's just
I
annoyed.
think Wash is generally pretty good.
Yeah,
You know what I
guess.
mean?
Well, what happens if we get into a situation here? Hey, I've been in a firefight before. Well, I was in a fire. Actually, I was fired from fry cook opportunity. I can handle it.
Okay, that's not a firefight then,
Yeah,
Wash.
no.
I'll learn as I go.
That's just so
now
stupid,
I'm learning
though.
about carrying.
Man. Just the episode where Wash realizes how real it gets out here. And then he has to just apologize to Zoe.
Well, who might surprise us, Nate?
Oh, yeah. Is this the episode where he gets tortured?
Stuff legends are... It's all go.
Oh, shit. Ghillie suits!
What now? That's those are called?
I'm learning about scary.
What's going on?
Maybe nothing, maybe trouble.
The drop?
They're late. They should have been back more an hour ago.
Well, that's very late.
Yeah.
Look around.
3 sets of eyes are better than 2. Might see something you don't.
Let's move.
Nice.
What's his desire to go coming from?
Wants to help?
Yeah, I guess so. He's never done this before, I don't think, right?
Fast burn rocket shuttle.
Craft like that not commonly part of a ship. More likely we're looking at...
Space station.
Oh, shit.
I know who's got him.
That's a cool space station.
Yeah.
I don't want you to spare me, Mal. If you think you know what's happening, then you tell me. You wouldn't spare Zoe if she were in this situation with you, would you? You would be planning and plotting and possibly scheming. Whatever Zoe would do in this instance is what I want to do. And you know why? Because no
so
matter
out
how
of his
ugly it
element.
gets, you
Yeah.
always
This is
come
bad.
back.
These are not Wash's skills.
Nope.
Stories. Zoe and you together and tricky.
Shut up.
What?
This guy has his own code. Twisted as it may be.
You gotta give all their money back? Or to this
See
guy?
reason.
Reason.
A lot of money, I guess. I don't know.
Could be he's harboring some resentment at us, putting his man through our engine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This don't play out right. There's no guarantee he won't come looking for the rest of you.
Oh,
Yeah, it's going down.
yeah.
Shipboard romances complicate things. For who? For you? For everyone. What about love? I ain't against it as a rule.
It's gotta be a really fun acting scene for
Yeah.
these actors.
Situations such as... Know what I think? What?
You could tell these guys had a lot of fun making this
What?
show.
What do you
Everyone
think?
had a blast
Because
making this.
I'm interested. Could be I just don't think you're good enough for Zoe. I don't
mean,
give a good goddamn what you think.
There's an argument to be made. Zoe's pretty badass.
History, huh? You never slept with my wife? Oh, in fact, you know that for sure, do you? You ever ask her? We've been together for a long time before you came along, Wash, and she's a damn fine-looking woman.
Oh, God.
Tell Mal I wish you had slept with her. Then at least she'd be over it.
What?
You want me? The message do wonders for her, too.
Oh, shit.
You get in line.
He thinks the reason why Zoe's so loyal to Mal is because she wishes that she
Okay, Wash.
I'm not sure he's thinking clearly.
you know, I wouldn't be in this situation.
Wash. I'm gonna take your wife into my bed. I'm gonna get me a piece of...
God. It doesn't seem like they were doing any negotiating.
No,
with
he
their-
just enjoys
yeah.
torturing people.
Yeah, I guess so. It's probably not much you can say.
So I really commend this show for having them threatened with that kind of thing in episode 2 and then have it actually happen to them.
Yeah.
Instead of just be like, oh, look how bad the guys they're dealing with are.
Right.
That's 5 times what you paid us for the train job.
Yes, you have had, you say it, good times. I see that. They were so much to you.
Yes.
And to me, they are worth more. I think this not enough for 2. But sufficient perhaps for 1. You now
Oh, shit.
You're going to ask me to choose, right? Do you want to finish?
She just took Wash right away. You ever have a video game moment like that where you get like a big choice you're supposed to deliberate on and you just know instantly?
Yep.
This money, it is too much. You should have some small refund.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's Mel's ear.
No, we're in it.
What? Niska does not play around. They only got 14 episodes, but they still managed to establish a cool recurring villain.
Yeah, totally. What the fuck, man? They just removed his ear.
I didn't say during the intro because I didn't want to premiere or anything. This is my favorite episode of Firefly.
Yeah, holy shit.
Niska's gonna kill him.
He's gonna make it last as long as possible. Days if he can.
Bastard's not gonna get days.
Wash, you should go rest for a little bit before you try to do anything.
Maybe tap out for Jane.
Do you know the writings of Shan Yu?
They're starting a book club? What are you trying to torture me? Trying to torture me?
Still quipping at a time like this.
Yes, today
He's crazy.
for you, I have a special machine.
No one withstands the machine.
Exactly. Oh, that's cool.
Oh shit. That's. Ooh.
Here,
Ouch.
6 shots and then just drop it. Keep moving.
I'm not sure what I just saw, but it looks painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Fixing to get himself killed.
We're gonna go get the captain.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Kaylee's always positive.
Right.
Leave no man behind.
Cover my back. What's this?
If it were any one of us, Cat wouldn't hesitate.
This should do.
This is the kind of thing that loyalty buys you.
Yeah, I guess so.
To say about
What?
That's his favorite gun, right?
That's Vera.
Yep. He's dead.
You're too late.
Shit.
Mr.
Bring him back to life. Fuck.
I think many people know the name Malcolm Reigns. Many know he crossed Niska. They must know what happens after that.
Dude.
He cares about reputation.
Yeah, I guess so.
We'll be at their front door in less than a minute. I'm right behind you, baby.
Whatever fight they were having is totally forgotten.
Yep.
Pretty sure this will pop their airlock doors if Wash can get a seal on his first try.
Smelling a lot of if coming off this plant.
You see why this is my favorite episode, though? Yeah. Everybody going on a raid. Come on.
Awesome. Locked and loaded.
If you got guests, I can come back later.
They actually already killed him, and he's still
right.
whipping at them.
Yeah. Nice. Whoa, fuck. Whoa.
You're going to hold this ground. Understand me?
Oh.
That guy ate shit. I love it.
Victor!
Oh.
You want to meet the real me now?
So kill him?
Yeah, promptly.
Happens? Yes.
Kaylee's so scared. Just go back to the ship.
Yeah.
It's no good to stand there like that.
Gonna have to do it. It's okay, River will do it.
Can't look.
Cool. That's funny, she like had memorized where they were, but then couldn't watch.
Yeah.
You know?
No power in the verse can stop me.
Okay.
A little more intimidating when she says it, huh?
Shit.
Oh.
Yeah, he has to get away so that he can be in season 2.
Niska?
Right, yeah. They can't kill him here.
No, you can never kill him.
No.
Jane. There's something the captain has to do for himself.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Oh, look at that compositing
Wow.
work.
It's like it was real life.
Yeah.
I just wish you'd killed that old bastard.
I got regrets on that score my own self.
See? Gotta let him get away.
So,
What was that look about?
And then Kaylee is frightened of what happened.
Oh yeah? Think she's scared of her?
your husband has demanded that we sleep together.
Really?
That was the torture talking, remember? The torture?
I know it's a difficult mission, but you and I have to get it on.
Take me, sir. Take me hard.
Well, something about that is just downright unsettling.
I love that they're demonstrating that there's just no chemistry at all between them.
Oh, hey, free soup.
Wow.
It's a good one. What do you think? War stories.
Yeah, that was crazy, man.
So it was sort of multiple title meetings from the beginning. We heard the old story from the war, and then they all made a new war story together.
That's true, yeah.
About an assault on Adeline Niska's space station.
Yeah, that was cool to see the characters that usually don't participate in the violent stuff get a little taste of the action.
Because it was an all hands on deck kind of situation. That was cool.
I stand by what I said earlier. I'm sure everyone on this show had a blast doing it. You can just tell that they love the writing, and they just like...
It has a reputation for that too, and there's a reason that all of them stayed so involved in the fan culture for so long afterwards, of the Firefly conventions and all that kind of stuff. And they were all so on board to reboot it for a very long time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we know they had a lot of fun.
I can't believe that didn't happen.
Yeah,
it seems strange that it didn't have, like, I feel like, what other network wasn't like, we'll take it, if you don't want to...
I'm sure there are more details available on exactly what all the efforts to get it revived consisted of, but it aired in 2002, and then the movie is 2005, and beyond that, I don't know exactly what the details are about trying to get it shopped around and stuff like that. But yeah, even during that 2010s wave of reboot everything, it didn't get caught up in that. And I don't know when Ron Glass died. It was a few years ago now, but that's the actor who plays Shepherd Book. Passed away, so that, affects things too. But
although he is, I mean, he's an important character in the show, but he is kind of in the background.
Yeah, I mean, he was not in the last episode at all.
Yeah,
and so
right. He was in this episode quite a bit.
Oh, definitely. He had a very central role in this episode.
Yeah.
I think, and one thing I like about this one is the way Niska talks about reputation being so important to him, and like the stories of the goings on in the criminal underworld, get out to people and they affect how everyone thinks. So what's this story gonna do for everyone's reputations now? Of the Malcolm Reynolds and the crew of Serenity assaulted Niska's base and got him back from torture capture and got, I think that story will get out and reflect very positively on them in terms of their badass level, The entire crew of Serenity assaulted the base.
Yeah, this whole thing really backfired for Niska, didn't it?
It certainly did. You could have just left him alone to sell their medicine.
Yeah, I kind of don't get why he was so, dead set on doing this.
Because he's got his reputation. He's maintained that nobody gets away with screwing him.
No one crosses him, I suppose, yeah.
They got away with screwing it. They gave the money back, but they didn't finish the job once they took the contract. And that's Niska's whole thing, is that once you take a contract with him, you have to do it or you're going to be tortured. So, yeah, he delivered on his threat.
I guess so.
I like that about this show, that even though it didn't run for that long, they still got time to have things like that pay off. Like that torture threat they showed us at the very beginning actually comes back around.
There is a visceral nature to the violence in this show that I don't really attribute to, primetime television shows during this like time period. You know,
It's true.
like there's
that guy was on fire.
Yeah, and he was that guy doing basically like he got kneecapped and then he face planted into the that looked like it legitimately really hurt.
Yeah, I wonder if they set up like a foam thing for him to fall on or how they achieved that kind of stunt. That's cool though, and I really think it does try to be like a war show, The violence always seems like warfare, where it's like, oh, this is horrible, and
the torture stuff, like, granted they were having kind of a comedic conversation that sort of cut the thickness of that a little bit, but like getting electrocuted repeatedly is like that's not like fun violence.
That'll kill you.
Yeah, that's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you really get the impression that they kind of didn't pull any punches, Like, I like Star Trek The Next Generation, but they pull a lot of punches on the violence in those shows, Like there's never like somebody totally bloodied up and fucked. They're not cutting ears off in that show,
Well, and also I think, I don't know that show very well, but my understanding and the things that I have seen from that kind of thing is that a reaction like Kaylee's is not too common in those shows either, where somebody who's overwhelmed by the violence of it and being like, this is too much, this is scary, People are like, that B team of fighters weren't all like, we're doing it too, and we're gonna shoot and defend the ship, They were like, Book and Simon were being real serious and concentrating on it, and Kaylee was just like, I cannot even do this.
Right, and having that element in there really makes the audience realize how like messed up it is, and I just appreciate their willingness to go all the way with it. It makes it a lot more believable in general. Like Niska wouldn't pull any punches.
Exactly.
He killed him and then he resuscitated him. He was not fucking around. That creates a much bigger, like, the motivations then become much more like real.
And you feel that sense of relief then when the characters get away. You're like, oh, we escaped, instead of being like, they'll be fine, everyone. This is a scrimmage, It's like, it has the sense that we're playing for keeps,
It's that awesome thing that really good writing can do, where like, there was a 0% chance that the captain dies in this episode, but there was a real fear in my head that might happen.
They said he was dead.
Right, yeah.
And I meant, like, this broadcast on Fox with commercials, and that was before the break thing. It was like, well, he's dead. Cut to commercials.
Right.
So what did everyone say to each other during that while they were getting more popcorn and stuff?
And, even the cutting the ear off thing, it's like, of course they just use space magic to reattach. I think you can reattach an ear even without.
I think so, that's doable.
But I was just thinking, like, is the makeup they just do earless? Is he just earless now for the rest of it?
That would be very difficult to achieve, but in that last scene there, when it had been reattached, there was like a scar line all down it, and they could keep doing that if they wanted to, That would be worth the continuity, and this show seemed to care enough about that kind of thing that they probably would put that scar back. We'll have to keep an eye out for it in the remaining episodes.
But it would, I don't know, it would have been a little bit less impactful, but easier for the showrunners to remove one of his toes, that he wears shoes all the time, and you don't really have to think about that, but something about taking the ear off was like, no, we're doing it. We're going like all the way into this. Yeah, that was a really good episode. I understand why it's your favorite one.
It is my favorite. It's hard to, I was trying to think earlier in the season when we were watching about like, what is even my ranking of the Firefly episodes, and it's really hard for me to make a ranking because I don't want to put any of them in the bottom half of the list.
Right, yeah.
I'd be like, okay, what's at the very bottom? Oh, I don't think any of them deserve to be the lowest one. You know, it's like, I don't want anything to be below 7, and there's 14 episodes, you know? So that's the troubling part with ranking your Firefly episodes. I think the browncoats in the comments will probably agree. It's hard to rank them because they're all the best, right? Yeah. It's a solid show.
It's very solid.
Does that about do it for this week? War stories?
So. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching with us, everybody. Brown Coats, always a pleasure. I'm Nate.
I'm Sean.
And this is Ketchup Packets.